entered the competition back in 2017, which seems like a whole world away now. The competition gave me a great opportunity to use my voice well, so to advocate for a cause that I cared so passionately about, which was the plight of homeless people who couldn't get a bank account. My main memories of it were being slightly scared about being filmed, but the camaraderie amongst the participants was great, especially as my colleague Ian was there. So it was the first year that anyone from Virgin Money had entered, and two of us got to the finals, which was just wonderful because neither of us knew quite what to expect. And so it was great to have that moral support there on the day. So I learned a number of things by doing the competition. Three spring to mind really. The first is that there is great power in making something complex simple. That's one thing that the judges commended me for, actually, was the fact that I had taken something that's so complex, financial exclusion and the plight of homeless people, and made it really simple. So if that's you, if you think you've hit on a simple idea that will help people and planet, then you should enter, because it might be just what's needed. The second thing is what an intrapreneur is. So I had never heard of an intrapreneur before I entered the competition, and then through it I met Lydia, the head of entrepreneurship at the Finance Innovation Lab. And if you've not heard of it either, an intrapreneur is somebody who is primarily motivated to drive systemic change from within their sector. So it's caring about people and planet and being motivated and driven to do all that you can to drive positive change that will help that cause within your sector. And then thirdly, I learned, and it's a hard lesson to learn actually, that sometimes you can have a great idea, but you might have to be very patient in seeing change happen. So I guess the thing that I would say is that I've learned that driving change isn't a straight path. Sometimes it takes a wiggly path, and particularly when you're trying to take on the big issues in society for people and planet, driving systemic change is not a simple thing to do. But I have learned that the more people that you engage and involve in it, then that's our role, isn't it? To keep on trying. My advice would be go for it. If you're passionate about changing our sector to be better for people and planet, then you have to use your voice well. My second bit of advice would be spend as much time learning about the problem before you jump to the solution. I spent time with homeless people and the charities trying to help them to understand from their perspective why they couldn't get a bank account. And this taught me so much more than reading the regulation and speaking to people on the inside. And the third thing that I would say is practice talking about your idea out loud. You'll need to be able to talk about your idea in a way that is easily understood by a really broad audience. So practice talking about it out loud, because the way that we talk about things is quite different to how we would write about them. But the most important thing is to be you, to be genuine, talk about something that you're passionate about, and let that shine through. I wish you all the best.